Welcome to the next lecture of Data Analytics. Myself, Dr. Narendra Kumar, Associate Professor, Department of IT, AKGEC. So, in last class or last lecture, we discussed about big data, about the normal data, and what are the characteristics of the big data. Now we will see what are the benefits if we are doing the processing on the big data. So you can see on the screen there are many benefits. If we process the big data, then organizations can take the benefit to understand their customers better. They can improve their businesses. So if you want to take any decisions in business, and if you have data, and if you have big data and you apply the different big data processing techniques on that data, then you can find the meaningful insights from that data, and that could be used easily to take the decisions. Like there are some examples, like if you see Facebook, and you would have experienced that if you search anything on the Facebook, like about any electronic device or any healthy product or food product or anything you search, so later on you can see that every time you open the Facebook or other applications, then you see the same type of the advertisement. So this is possible only due to the data analytics. So like earlier traditional customer feedback system were there. In those feedback systems, only organizations were using their inside data. But nowadays the scenario has changed, and the organizations can collect the data from social media platforms also. And definitely that is a big data, and they can analyze and get the insights from that big data, and they can understand their customers very well, and they can they can see what is the feedback for their products, and they can see what their competitors are doing. So they can understand their business strategy very well in advance before anything is happening that can harm their business, with the help of the data analytics. So with the help of the data analytics, organizations can early identify the risk to the product or services what they are offering, and they can develop and they can make better operational strategies that will increase the efficiency of the product or services. So these are the benefits of big data processing. Now in summary, what we discussed, that big data is defined that is large in volume, and there are some other characteristics that we discussed, like volume, variety, velocity, veracity, and value. We have discussed all these things, and big data could be in different formats like structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. And with the help of the big data processing, you can improve the customer service, you can better operational efficiency, better decision makings. So these are the very important in today's scenario or in today's business, because the competition is too much and every organization wants to lead the market. So it can be possible only with the help of the data analytics. Now we will see that what are the characteristics of the good quality data, because if the data is not good, whatever operations you do, whatever analytics you do, all will be in vain. You will not get nothing. You will get nothing, and all the efforts will be useless, and your business will go down. So these are the characteristics of the good quality data you can see on the screen. So this is the first characteristics, accuracy and precision. Then second one is the legitimacy and validity. Third one is the reliability and consistency. Fourth one is the timeliness and relevance. The next is the completeness and comprehensiveness. Next is the availability and accessibility. And in the last, granularity and uniqueness. So all these characteristics are very useful and required. So now we will discuss all these qualities or characteristics one by one. So what is the meaning of the accuracy and precision? If data is precise and accurate, you can take good decisions, and definitely you will get the benefit in improved business. And what is about legitimacy and validity? So data should be relevant and according to the requirements. Suppose a user is asking about the today's temperature, and he is getting the data about the rainfall and of some other areas, then that data will not be relevant to the requirement of the user. So data should be relevant to the requirement of the user or anyone who is asking or looking for the data. And reliability and consistency. everyone knows that data should be consistent. If data is not consistent, then we can, false data is worse than the incomplete data. So data should not be incomplete, data should not be false, it should be consistent, because there are so many business operations and organizations where we need to store the data at different places, more than one place. So if data is different at different places, then you may never get the correct information and you will not be able to take the good decisions. So data should be reliable and as well consistent also. Then timeliness and relevance also, next point. So if you have the good data and it is not available at time, then when to collect the data, we should know very well in advance. Then when should we do the data collection process and when the data should be available. Sometimes, I don't know whether you have seen or not, but sometimes we have seen some projects or some data has been collected well advance, but it was not required. So you have to see that at what time the data should be collected. So timeliness is also very relevant. The next one is the completeness and comprehensiveness. So as we discussed earlier, that false data is also worse, but incomplete data is also worse. If there are gaps in the data, then you may not be able to analyze the data properly, and you will get the partial view of the complete data. But to take the effective decisions, we need the full view of the complete data. So data should be complete. And again, the availability and accessibility. It doesn't matter how good is your data if it is not available at all. And at the time when you required, if you cannot access the data, then there is no meaning of the good data or bad data. So data should be of good quality, but as well it should be available and accessible easily to take the decisions time to time. So these are the different characteristics. And the last one is the granularity and uniqueness. So we should be aware about the level of details at which the data is collected. That is very important, because confusion and inaccurate decisions can otherwise occur. So aggregated, summarized, and manipulated collection of data could offer a different meaning than the data implied at a lower level. So these are the characteristics of the data. Now, we have seen what is data, we have seen what is big data, we have seen the importance of data analysis on the big data. So now we can define exactly what is a data analysis. So data is a buzzword nowadays, and basically in all the organizations, data is very important. So now we will define the data analysis. So data analysis is a process that operates on the data that is generated or gathered by an organization or by an individual. So we need to apply the different techniques on that data to get the insights from this. So basically, now we will discuss that where the term data analytics comes in. Okay, so now we will see what is data analytics and introduction to the data analytics. Data has been the buzzword for ages now, either the data being generated from large scale enterprise or the data generated from an individual. Each and every aspect of the data needs to be analyzed to benefit yourself from it. But how we do it? And well, that is where the term data analytics come in. So we will see why the data analytics is important, what is the data analytics, and what are the different top data analytics tool. So now first we see why the data analytics is important. So as I have given the glimpse in the last slide, that why the data analytics is so important. As an enormous amount of data gets generated, the need to extract useful insights is a must for the business enterprise. I'm repeating again that all data may not be useful, what is being generated. So you have to find out which data should be used for data analytics, otherwise all effort will be waste. So here are 4 main factors which signify the need for data analytics. First one is the gather hidden insights. From the raw data, you cannot get the hidden insights. And so with the help of the data analytics, you can get the hidden insights from the data, and that will be very helpful to take the good decisions for the organization. Second one is the generate reports. So reports are generated from the data and are passed on to the respective teams and individuals to deal with the further actions for a high rise in business. So there may be the different stakeholders, maybe different departments. So the relevant reports to the department will be sent to the department. Not all the reports will be sent to each and every stakeholder. And next one is the perform market analysis. Market analysis can be performed to understand the strength and weaknesses of the competitors. Like you are in the business of electronics equipments, then there may be the competitors, but with the help of the data analytics, you can gather the information from social media platforms that what your competitors are doing, how they are working and in the market, how much market is captured by them. And you can better understand your customers also. So all these things, market analysis can be done with the help of the data analytics easily. And last one is the improved business requirement. Definitely, analysis of data allows improving business to the customer requirement and experience. If we can take an example of a simple shopping mall, and there is a study that any person who is buying the bread, they are buying the egg also. So after analyzing this type of the data, the mall owners and the managers, they can keep the things together or nearby that are bought frequently. So these type of the things can improve their business. So these are the points that can elaborate why the data analytics is so important. So as the word suggests, that data analytics refers to the technique to analyze data to enhance productivity and business gain. So data is extracted from various sources. Various sources may be like the customer's feedback, maybe for different applications, the data from the different sensors, maybe for different applications, the data from the cameras, web cameras. So after collecting the data, it is cleaned and categorized to analyze different behavioral patterns. Because with the help of the data analytics, we find the patterns and we take the decisions based on those patterns. The techniques and tools used vary according to the organizations or individual. What does it mean? One technique cannot be used for all type of the organizations. Like if someone is in the cold drinks industry, then maybe the user's response and behavior analysis technique may be different. But if someone is selling the electronic item, for that organization, the techniques of the data analytics may be different. So it depends on the organization's business and then requirement, that how they use the techniques of the data analytics. So in short, if you understand your business administration, if you understand your business, then you can you can use the data analytics to get the insight and to improve your business. So now we will discuss different tools that are used in data analytics. The first one is the R programming tool. This tool is the leading analytics tool used for statistics and data modeling. R compiles and runs on various platforms such as Unix, Windows, and Mac operating system. It also provides tools to automatically install all packages as per user requirement. So you don't need to bother about the packages. The next tool, and very important and very famous tool, is the Python. Python is an open source object-oriented programming language which is easy to read and maintain. It provides many visualization libraries such as TensorFlow, Pandas, Keras to do many machine learning and AI operations. It also can be assembled on any platform like SQL Server, a MongoDB database, or JSON, and it is very famous. Next tool in data analytics is QlikView. So this tool offers in-memory data processing. So if you are doing any processing in the RAM or in memory, then the result will be definitely fast, and it gives the very fast result, and it gives the offer the 10% compression also. So it is very important tool. Next tool is the Tableau Public. This is a free software that connects to any data source such as Excel, corporate data warehouses also. So if you have warehouses, if you have the big data, then you don't need to store all the big data into the data warehouses. You can analyze the data with the help of the Tableau Public, and you can categorize that which data should be stored in the warehouse and which data should be ignored or neglected. So next tool is the SAS, and it is also a very famous tool. It is a programming language as well as environment for data manipulation and analytics. This tool is easily accessible and can analyze data from different sources. As you can see on the screen also, it can effectively represent the data with the graphical representation. Next one is the Apache Spark. This is also one of the most important tool for data analytics. One of the largest large-scale data processing engine. And this tool is important because it provides, this tool executes applications in Hadoop cluster 100 times faster in memory and 10 times faster on disk. Even if your data is on the disk, this tool is faster than other tools. That's why it is so important. So you can focus on those figures, like 100 times faster in the memory and 10 times faster on the disk. So these are the next tools. More tools. Excel, everyone knows that Excel is very famous tool for office work, and this tool is one of the most widely used tools, mostly used for clients' internal data. And this tool analyzes the tasks that summarize the data with a preview of pivot tables. Pivot tables is very important and effective feature of the Microsoft Excel, and with the help of the pivot tables, you can summarize the data from different tables effectively. So next one is the Rapid Miner. It is also a powerful integrated platform that can integrate any data source such type as Access, Microsoft SQL, Teradata, Oracle, and other DBMS systems. And it could be used for predictive analysis such as the data mining, text analysis, and machine learning. Next tool is the KniMe, that is a constant information miner. It is an open source data analytics tool which allows you to analyze and model data. With the benefit of the visual programming, KniMe provides a platform for reporting and integration through its modular data pipeline concept. So next tool is a Splunk. It is a tool that analyzes and searches the machine generated data. So it could be very useful for the log data. We know that in the organizations, for all the employees, whatever they are doing on the organization system, the logs files are being generated. So with this tool, we can easily analyze the log files, and we can pull in the important basically data from those log files. So next one is the OpenRefine, and it is also known as Google Refine. This is a data cleaning software. As I told you earlier, that whenever we collect the data, then there are some noise and some distortion may be there, some gap in the data. So we apply the data cleaning techniques first, and later on we apply the different algorithms to analyze the data. So it is used for cleaning messy data. So next, these were the tools that could be used for data analytics. Now I have a question for you, that now we can see or we can discuss that what a data analyst do. So what do we need to do to become a data analyst? So first we will understand that who is a data analyst. So my answer would be that a data analyst is a professional who can analyze data by applying various tools and techniques and gathering the required insight. So the data analyst may get the data from different sources, then he or she may apply the different tools of the data analytics on that data according to the requirement. As we discussed, that all the tools may not be suitable for all applications or all projects. So we need to choose which tool will be the best for our current requirement. So data analyst translate numbers into the English. So we have seen so many reports in our office also. There may be some numbers in the reports and table form, but this is not the work of the data analysts. Basically, data analysts translate the numbers into the plain English, and a data analyst delivers value to their company by taking information about specific topics and interpreting, analyzing, and presenting findings in comprehensive reports. So this is the main purpose or main work of the data analyst, that he has to interpret, analyze, and find the useful information that could be used to take the decisions for the stakeholders. So if you have the capability to collect data from various sources, analyze the data, If you can gather the hidden insight, then you are fit to be a data analyst. And you can see the basically process in the image. You can see in the image that first step is to collect the data, then second step is to analyze the data, and third step is to create reports into plain English, not in the numbers only. So this is the work of the data analyst. So apart from the above mentioned capabilities, a data analyst should also possess the skills such as statistics, data cleaning methods, exploratory data analysis, and data visualization. Also, if you have a knowledge of machine learning, it would be better. Then you can give the better result. So therefore, we can say that data analysis is a process of collecting, cleansing, interpreting, transforming, and modeling data to gather insights and generate reports to gain business profits. So these are the here are the different steps that are involved in data analysis. First one is the collect data. So definitely without data, you cannot apply the data analytics techniques. We need to collect the data. So data gets collected from various sources and it is stored so that it can be cleaned and prepared. So in this step, all the missing values and outliers are removed with the help of different cleaning algorithms. Then after collecting data and cleaning, we will analyze the data. So once the data is ready, the next step is to analyze the data. A model is run repeatedly for improvements. Definitely, it is not fixed that you apply a model and it will give the best result. You have to apply the model repeatedly to find the improvements, and then the mode is validated to check whether it meets the business requirements or not. And the last one is the create reports. Once the data is analyzed, then you have to propose the findings, key findings, in the form of the report to the stakeholders, so that they can take the decisions. So now next topic is the analysis versus reporting. So we have used these two words in last slides. So we will see what is the difference between the analysis versus reporting. So reporting is the process of organizing data into informational summaries. So here you need to focus that we are organizing the data into informational summaries in order to monitor how different areas of business are performing. But here we are not finding the insights. But if we talk about the analysis, then process of exploring data and reports. So you see here the difference. In reports, we were processing the data only, but in analysis, we are processing the data as well as reports also. So the analysis comes after the reports are ready in order to extract meaningful insights which can be used to better understand and improve business performance. So reporting translates raw data into the information, and analysis transforms data and information into the insights. So reporting helps companies to monitor their online business and be alerted to when data falls outside of the expected range. What does it mean? Suppose your business is going very well, but sometimes you may see the downfall or you may see the uptrends in the business. So anytime, whenever the data falls outside of the expected range, then your reporting system will report, okay, now the data is not normal. Either it is getting down or it is going uptrend. So good reporting should raise questions about the business from its end users, but they don't give the answers. So with the help of the reporting, you cannot get the answers. You can just see that, okay, data is not as per expectation. So now you have to analyze. So that comes under the analysis. So the goal of analysis is to answer the questions by interpreting the data and reports at a deeper level and providing actionable recommendations. So through the process of performing analysis, you may raise additional questions, but the goal is to identify answers, or at least potential answers that can be tested. So in summary, reporting shows you what is happening, while analysis focuses on explaining why it is happening and what you can do about it. And you can see the flow and process that initially we have the data, then we apply the different tools and we get the reports. And after getting the reports, we do the analysis on both as data as well as on reports also. and then after that we give the recommendations based on the analysis, and then desired outcome can be achieved if everything goes fine. If everything doesn't goes fine, then we need to do this process again. So again, we can elaborate analysis versus report outputs. So when you look at reporting and analysis deliverables, and there is a basic difference between the approach. Reporting follows the push approach, analysis follows the pull approach. However, there are some subtle differences. So this is the difference between the reporting and analysis, that reporting use the push approach. Whatever reports are coming, they are being pushes to the different stakeholders, and analysis do the basically use the pull approach. It is not like that we are pushing the reports to the different users. So this is all for this lecture, and we will discuss more about the analysis versus reporting in next lecture. Thank you, everyone.